Hey everybody. So, my new song, Got It In You. I wrote that song when I was in Nashville in America. This one was with my now friend Sarah, but I'd never met her before. It was at a house in Nashville, so I turned up and we just got on really, really well. I think it almost felt like we were having a lovely time and then in between wrote a song. We basically wrote the whole song in probably a 5-hour session, I think, which is pretty quick. Some songs take a really long time to get together. As much as we would like them all to come in the middle of the night in moments of crazy inspiration, the reality is that most of the time with writing songs, it's just working at it and doing it over and over and over again and tweaking them and making them better. But this one happened really quickly. And it's really nice when that happens. And I think sometimes it's because you do just feel a thing really strongly, and sometimes you do really have something that you want to say and you want to get across. And then sometimes you're working with somebody who feels the same way and can really empathize with what it is that you're trying to say. So I really enjoyed writing it. I have a song called Gold Dust, which starts like this. And I always really liked it because it gives a sense of momentum quickly. So you can start the song quickly and you can get going, even though, and it means that you don't have to have a lot of instruments happening to get the song happening. So I like the kind of the plucking pattern that I had. The other thing that I really like about the verse, I think that the whole song feels quite simple. I think there's some songs that exist that you think, God, that song seems too easy. A lot of really good songs, it's like, wow, they've made that sound so simple, but the reality is writing a simple, really good song is the hardest thing to do. It immediately, lyrically, it doesn't really mess around. It gets to the point very quickly, which again is a very hard thing to do. And the other thing that's quite cool that I like that we did is that the hook of the song, the you got it in you, which is the title of the song, happens in the pre-chorus, which I think is quite interesting. Again, it really simplifies everything. And makes it very obvious what we're trying to say. And then at the end of the chorus, we get to the tag of it again, but I like that it sets it up. And then I think I can't totally remember how we came up with the chorus. And that's the interesting thing, is I think it was such it was a thing that just happened. We didn't have to struggle with it at any point. I think we were genuinely just having such a nice time chatting about stuff. There was no pressure to do it. There was no pressure to think, right, what's the hookiest, most radio-friendly thing? It was just, well, I think we'd set up what it is that we wanted to say. We talked about what it is that we both wanted to try and say. It's amazing to work with a record label and to have a manager and to have a publisher and to have a booking agent and to have fans is the most wonderful thing. There's so much about the world that can feel so frustrating. The injustice of everything. Sometimes it feels like you're totally powerless against it, but the thing that I realized is that you do have an opportunity when you write a song to write something that might help somebody. And I think if it just makes one person or a few people just feel a little bit better for a little while, then that's really the most important thing.